Hey you guys, Zenith Darksky here with another episode of Darksky Game News. Now we've got a fair amount of small stories from this week that we're gonna hit on, but the biggest thing, the longest thing that I'm gonna hit on here is the Idea Xbox presentation on Twitch this previous week. The stream featured over 60 games, so it goes without saying that I'm not gonna go over near everything that they showed off during the presentation, but I'm gonna recap two huge lists really quick, so I need you to stick with me, okay? Alright, the first list is the 22 games that will be launching day one on Xbox Game Pass. Basically, this means these are 22 games that when they launch, they're not out yet, but when they launch, they will come out on Xbox Game Pass, so technically you don't have to pay or buy these games. You could just subscribe to Xbox Game Pass and play these games this way if you wanted to do that, if you are not someone that wants to purchase the games yourself. Either way, so this is 22 games that will be releasing day one on Xbox Game Pass. Let's hit it. Art of the Rally. You can look all these up, by the way. You can look all these games up yourself. I'm sorry. If you know that there's any trailers for any of these games, though, be sure to come tell me in the comments that you want me to react to those trailers, and we'll try to hit those. But basically, we have Art of the Rally, Astria Ascending, Backbone, Boyfriend Dungeon, Craftopia, Dead Static Drive, Edge of Eternity, Hello Neighbor 2, Library of Ruina, Little Witch in the Woods, Moonglow Bay, Narita Boy, Nobody Saves the World, Omno, Recompile, Sable, She Dreams Elsewhere, Stalker 2, The Ascent, Undungeon, Way to the Woods, and Wild at Heart. Now, over 60 other games are coming to Xbox Series X and S that aren't already on those consoles, and the biggest of these games coming were put into a list by IGN, so I'm gonna read that list off to you as well. This is not all 60, it's just a lot of them, and it's the biggest bunch of them. Like it's the bigger titles out of these. Remember, credit goes to IGN for this list here. They put this list together of the biggest games coming to Xbox Series X and S of the 60. Doesn't mean they're huge still, just means they're the biggest. Alright. Adios. Aerial Knights Never Yield. Airport for Aliens Run by Dogs. Alba, a wildlife creature. Alchemic Cutie, Among Us, Art of Rally, Astria Ascending, Atrio the Dark Wild, Blaster Master 03, Chivalry 2, Cloud Gardens, Clousy, Craftopia, Dark Alliance, Death's Door, Demon Turf, Despelode, maybe, Echo Generation, Enlisted, XO1, Exomecha, Griftlands, Hello Neighbor 2, Iron Corbo, Kung Fu Janitor, Night Squad 2, Lake, Last Oasis, Last Stop, Lawn Mowing Sim, Little Witch in the Woods, Loot River, Lost Avalon, Lost Eidolons, Mad Streets, Moonglow Bay, Narita Boy, Nobody Saves the World, Omno, Onsen Master, Princess Farmer, Rust, Second Extinction, Song of Iron, Soup Pot, Space Lines from the Far Out, Stalker 2, Super Space Club, The Ascent, The Big Con, The Forest Cathedral, The Last Stop, The Rift Breaker, The Wild at Heart, 12 Minutes, Void Train, We Are the Caretaker. Whew! Alrighty. Now we can move on to other news. So, yeah. On the same topic of Microsoft and Xbox, so Microsoft has renamed the Xbox Live to the Xbox Network. And basically this name change comes because Microsoft wanting to distinguish the underlying service from the Xbox Live Gold membership. Capcom has announced that another Resident Evil showcase will go down in April, but they've given no insight to what will be showcased here in April, so keep your eyes peeled for that coming soon. Niantic, developers of the massive Pokemon Go, released a blog post announcing that Nintendo and Niantic are working on more AR apps together. The first release later this year is apparently going to be a Pikmin AR game. Hopefully it'll be timed around whenever the COVID pandemic dies down, so we can all safely play with our Pikmin in peace. I'm kind of excited for that. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. In other Nintendo news, the new Nintendo Switch rumors that we keep hearing about, commonly referred to as the Switch Pro, will reportedly be released holiday of this year, 2021, will be more powerful and potentially $50 to $100 more than the current model of the Switch. The console will also reportedly have a larger screen and 4K output. So I'm also pretty excited for this as well, just so I can play a new Pokemon open world game on this, on something more powerful at least. Lastly, in Nintendo news for this week, apparently Nintendo is removing Super Mario 3D All-Stars, Super Mario Bros. 35, Game & Watch, Super Mario Bros., and Super Mario Bros. 35th Anniversary merch collection from sale as of March 31st, 2021. Super Mario Bros. 35 won't even be playable after that date, while also Super Mario Maker on Wii U will stop level sharing on that day, which that's the Wii U. So fittingly, Mario fans so far have been calling this the day that Mario dies. There's reasonable speculation though that what this really means is they will just re-release the products in a normal format instead of the 35th anniversary format, and that makes the most sense out of all the theories going on. Even still, it's pretty cryptic though, because Nintendo doesn't even seem to want to clarify why they're doing that, or what's happening and why that one game isn't going to be playable and all kinds of I don't know that a whole lot of people play that anyways, but some huge game developing names who helped create Rainbow Six Siege will be leading a new Amazon game studio that will be developing a AAA online multiplayer title based on a new IP. So could Crucible be coming back? Maybe. Or is it something new? I'd like to quickly just hit some celebratory news for PUBG fans. The game recently announced that the game had hit 1 billion downloads worldwide. This is PUBG Mobile, by the way. This news comes not long after the announcement of PUBG New State, which is a more futuristic mobile sequel that will be coming soon. So we still don't know how the two games will be supported, whether separately or together, but we're going to see. And it should be pretty interesting. If regular PUBG Mobile hit 1 billion downloads, it'd be cool to see what New State, how fast New State can climb up there as well, because I assume a lot of the players of the other game will be downloading it, but we'll see. In more mobile gaming news though, this past week we got an announcement for another new mobile game from the Rocket League developers, Psyonix, named Rocket League Sideswipe. And it basically just takes the game from a 3D third-person perspective to a 2.5D perspective with shorter matches for 1v1 and 2v2 PvP. And they say that the controls will be close enough for touchscreen controls that veterans should have an easy time picking it up, while new players should have a easy time picking it up as well. The new 4X strategy game, Humankind, has been delayed several months to this August instead of April 22nd. Obviously, this comes with a message from the developers that they'd like more time to polish the game for an amazing day one experience. So ultimately, this is going to be for the better of the game, so don't get too butthurt yet. This might be, might be for the better. Hopefully it is. Usually it is for the better, but we'll see. But that's not all for games being delayed though, unfortunately. Back 4 Blood, the new Left 4 Dead-esque co-op PvE experience coming from the ex-Left 4 Dead developers Turtle Rock Studios, has been delayed from June 22nd to October 12th. But not to worry, Back 4 Blood fans, because there will be an open beta this summer, hopefully to hold some of the fans over. This comes with a message from the studio saying they want the game to be the best it can possibly be at launch. And this news really breaks my heart, unfortunately, because I was really excited for this game, but I trust that they're doing the right thing and that they'll make this game amazing. There's some interesting Outriders news out this week after the developers announced that they will be adding a permanent watermark to cheaters' HUDs, with other punishments for cheaters coming as well. They also announced some of the other stats about cheaters from the demo, but ultimately the biggest is that the streamers and content creators will be marked on their gameplay footage if they are cheaters. So Outriders fans, now you know what to keep an eye out for. If you have that one content creator you like to go see and you're like, man, this guy's got a lot of crazy legendary guns and stuff, or legendary gear, how did he get all this? He may have cheated. You can just look out for a watermark on his gameplay, and he may have cheated. He or she may have cheated. In Call of Duty news, we have some rumors for the next Call of Duty game from Sledgehammer this year. Almost all news is reporting that the game will be set in World War II again. The rumored name of the game will be Call of Duty World War II Vanguard. There are contradicting reports here, though, stating that the game will either take place in a traditional World War II setting or an alternate timeline where 1945 wasn't the end of World War II. And honestly, that's the one I want to see. But more sources seem to be sticking with the idea that it will be traditional, traditional World War II setting. But we will see. Now, the video games releasing this following week are as follows. Monday, March 29th, we have Neptunia Virtual Stars coming to the PC. Tuesday, March 30th, we have a lot. A lot of the same thing you'll see. But Auto Chess coming to PlayStation 5. Disco Elysium, the final cut coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Stadia, and PC. Evil Genius 2, World Domination coming to PC. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, and Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, all coming to PC finally this week. I believe via Epic Games Store, but maybe they're coming through Steam too. I think it's Epic Games Store for the most part, though. I'm excited for those. I will be streaming those over on twitch.tv/Zenith Darksky, so be sure to go check me out there. Hit that follow button for me so you get notifications when the streams go live. Narita Boy coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC Wednesday, March 31st. Drifters, they just had the game Drifters, but the way I know this game is Drifters Loot the Galaxy. It was a very fun game I saw advertised on Facebook, I believe, and I actually streamed it a lot, and I had some of the developers in my chat, and it was crazy. And the developers are very, very passionate about this game, very passionate about gaming in general. The game was super fun, and now through the early access, the player count has dropped off quite a bit, but the player count was never really high in the first place. So I hope that they're going to market this game, and this game's going to get a little bit more attention. But for sure, go check out Drifters. It's just on here as Drifters, so maybe on Steam it's just called Drifters now, but last time I saw the name, it was Drifters Loot the Galaxy. So be sure to keep an eye out for this game, because I can vouch for it. It is a very fun game. And it is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The Binding of Isaac Repentance is coming to PC that day as well. And then Thursday, April 1st, we have Outriders, and me and one of my friends have a running joke that if it's going to release on April 1st, they're going to do it actually midnight of April 1st, so that it hits like April 2nd, just as like one last little delay April Fool's joke, but I doubt they will. The time frame says midnight April 1st, which means the day before April 1st, March 31st. But either way, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and I actually have a preview for this game over on the channel as well that we recently did. A lot of you guys gave that attention, so you should go over there and see what I thought of the demo, because it's mainly based on my demo impressions. Go over there and check it out, and yeah. Be sure to like this video if I gave you the latest in gaming news or some news that maybe you hadn't heard of this week. Also, leave a comment down below and tell me what you're most excited for out of all this news, these delays and stuff, or if you're just sad about some of the delays. Share it around to your friends so that they get the latest of the in-gaming news as well. And hit that sub button, because a lot of you guys aren't subbed, and it really hurts my feelings to see it, and I'd like to see more of you sub. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Zenith Darksky with Darksky Game News, and get gaming.